Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to embroider your own designs onto a t-shirt. Shout out to Taking It Global for funding the grant. And yeah, we're just going to do a walkthrough on how to use the Brother SC1900. So first of all, you're going to need a stabilizer. This is a basic stabilizer for clothing. It's a heavy duty stabilizer. We got your hoop rings. So this is the 5x7 hoop ring. We're basically just going to be lining up the hoop ring onto the white t-shirt. So I'm basically going to have to do that real quick. I'll go through it with you guys, so don't worry. So basically what you want to do is get your hoop ring, kind of line it up a little bit. Let me move this recording device. You want to have it somewhat in the middle of your t-shirt. This is kind of the most time consuming part, would be just basically trying to line up your hoop ring to the correct position. Now I might skip some of these parts and fast forward it just so to save time with the video, but you basically get the idea, or I'll fast forward it. So what we basically want to do is have your hoop ring lined up, tighten it, basically measure it out to see if you have it corrected. Oh, so we're kind of a bit off, so we're going to be untightening this and repositioning it. When you position your hoop ring, you don't want to get the back in there. You just want the front part of the shirt in the hoop ring. So okay, so I'm pretty sure that we finally got the hoop ring in and adjusted to the correct position that we want it. All I'm going to do is tighten it. This is what your hoop ring is going to look like in the back, because you want that stabilizer over the whole hoop ring. I'm going to tighten it, the stabilizer, and then this is how it's going to look in the front. Hold on here, let me correct this. So it's quite straight. Let me take this out like this. I'm going to untighten this a little bit so I can tighten that that stabilizer as tight as we can go, because you want it stabilizer to tuck in there nicely. So this is cutaway stabilizer. You can get tearaway, or you could get sticky peel, or stabilizer that dissolves. But for best results, you definitely want to use the cutaway stabilizer for the clothing. I have sticky tearaway stabilizer for the toques. And then I have Easy Solve stabilizer also for the toques. It's a spray, water soluble stabilizer that kind of dissolves away once you put the water on it. Okay, now So we got this set up. I'm going to readjust the camera. So what you want to do is turn on your machine. If you have the Brother SE 1900, you will see the power button is on the side. Once you press this screen, this is gonna move on its own. This is gonna pop up, and then all you want to do is press OK so that it moves, and then you will have your you got a USB option here. You will load up your designs onto the USB drive, and then you will pop your USB into the area where it takes the USBs. And then once that is in, you go to the bottom right option, and then this is where you load up your designs. So we got all our designs on there. Today we're gonna go with this one, this big design. Now this design is gonna take about an hour because it's one of the hugest designs that I have. So all you're gonna do is select that one. It selects the size for you. These are the sizes of your hoops. So we got the 4x4 hoop, and then we got the tiniest option hoop there. All you're gonna do is press set. So then we got it set. Now it's time to put the hoop onto the machine. So we're gonna have this lifted up. We got our thread loaded in there. And these are the threads that I'm going to be using today. We have an option of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different colors for this one, but it's only going to take, let's see, hold on, it's only going to take 7 threads to do this one. Okay, so basically what you want to do is you kind of want to have it folded up a little bit so that you can just load it from this side. When you load your hoop, there's 2 connections on here that go on here. You're basically just going to connect these joints to this one, and then there's a thing that pulls back, so you're going to want to pull that back and then press down while it connects. So when you hear that snap, that's when you know it's connected. Move this over so that nothing obstructs the movement, because once this thing starts going, it's going to want to move back and forth, side to side. You don't want your shirt underneath getting caught. So we're going to have that like that, and then we're going to go to the settings. I've already loaded it, and all you want to go do is edit, press embroider once you want to start it. So it says there it's going to take 117 minutes. We're going to back up for a second because I want to show you some settings on here. You can adjust the size if you want, or you can make it smaller. So this would be making it smaller. All you got to do is hold on to this. It'll basically make it small as the design can go. Then you press OK, and then this is the rotate. If you wanted to rotate your logos any way you want, so this is the rotate. You can change your colors over here if you want to change the colors to your designs, but we're not going to get into that today, maybe on a different tutorial. You can also move it around wherever you want to move it, but this design is taking up the whole hoop, so we definitely cannot do that today. I'm going to just cancel that because I shortened the size and made it smaller, and I don't want to do that. So we're going to go back into here. I'm just going to basically press set. I'm going to press edit. Then I'm going to press embroider. So it basically gives you the options here that we're going to be starting off with the sweater part, and that is going to take 53 minutes. So we got, let's see, which color do we got for the sweater? So basically the outline, I'm going to show you guys, this is what the final result looks like. I have one pre-made already. We're going to be doing the outside, so the sweater. I'm going to be doing it in a darker color this time. So I'm going to pick out my color. I think we're going to go with this one for the dark part on the sweater. I'm going to take this off because we don't really need that on. Okay, just let me figure this out. Here, we're going to take this off. And then we're going to pull out the thread. So I got the camera on the tripod. Basically, you just want to load your thread up here. You're going to see this little design on here. I'm going to show you guys that. It shows you which direction you should load your thread, because there's a certain direction that you need to be loading your thread. And then once your thread is loaded, you just want to put this cap back on. And then you're going to basically just wind the thread. I'm going to show you how to wind the thread. So there's a number 1 here. You can wind you start winding your thread through number 1. You're going to do number 2. That's number 2. Then this is number 3. And then you're basically just going to follow where it tells you to load it. And then once you get down here, hold on, let me put this camera a little bit down so we'll be able to sort of zoom in here. There's going to be a little hook down here. Let's see, let me turn this down a little bit. So there's going to be a hook down here. All we're going to do is hook that onto that little hook. There'll be a number 7 here. And then you got number 8 over here on the side. So there's number 7. Then all you're going to want to do is press this little trigger right here, and it'll thread your needle. So basically you're ready to go. This does work with threading your needles, but I'm just going to thread it manually because when I broke the needles that came with the machine, so I'm just going to be threading it manually because the needle hole is a little bit smaller than the needles that came with the machine. I went and bought these needles from an embroidery store, so it can't really thread. Now that you're ready to go, everything's loaded up, all you're going to basically do is hit the switch on the back here. There's a switch. Hold on, let me get this camera over here. I'm going to shut this. There's a switch on the back here. All you're going to basically do is press that down. And then once you see the green light, this is the green light there. Once you see the green light, you basically just press the green light and it'll start going for you. So there the machine goes. Okay guys, I'm kind of glad this happened, and it's to be expected because I really wanted to show you guys. So the machine will stop if your bobbin thread is pretty much empty. All you got to do is pull this thing up like you would normally do when you're taking out and unloading and loading up the hoops. So I just want to move that to the side. Your bobbin thread is right there. So all you want to do to reload your bobbin thread is pop this little thing right here. Boom, it'll come up. Take this bobbin thread out, and then you're gonna want to look at these directions right here because you want to see which direction you load your bobbin thread. So you load your bobbin thread in there, and then you're going to want to thread it kind of like this. You thread it back in there, and then boom, it cuts right off. So then all you want to do is put that back in there, load your hoop back in, and then connect it back to the connection here. And so it's loaded, the bobbin thread is good. All you're going to want to do is press OK. Put this little thing down at the back, you press it down, and then this goes green. Once it's green, then boom, you're good to go again. So this is how far we've got since the last time that I showed you. That's how far we've got. So as you can see, the machine has just stopped now. So now it's time to switch out the colors. Just repeat the same process. When you switch these colors, all you want to do is pull out your threads and then reload the thread the same way the last one was. The needle broke on the machine, or it got stuck and jammed and then it broke. So what you want to do when this happens is there's a little thing right here. All you want to do is unscrew that, take the embroidery head off. So unscrew it, and then it basically comes off like that. Put that aside, and then you will see that there's another little thing right here. Basically unscrew that, take the needle out, the needle will drop. So we got a broken needle right there. We got another needle that I'm going to install. There's a flat side to these needles. Let's see if I can get that to focus. There's a flat end to this needle. It's round, but then there's also a flush flat side. All you're going to want to do is put your needle back in where it fell out, the flat side towards that. It'll line up. And then you just want to twist back on what you took off and then tighten it. And then you want to take your head, your embroidery head, and put it back on, and then tighten it back up on this side. Then you're pretty much good to go. Rethread your thread. Yeah, so from time to time, your needle will get jammed, or else it'll break. And then this is just a little maintenance. It happens, so make sure that you keep extra needles on you at all times. So we got it threaded in there manually. Drop this down, and then boom, you're ready to go again. And I skipped a few color changes, the ones that take forever, because with the black outline, took about 32 minutes. And then we basically just skipped through that, and we also got a white outline in there, and we also got a blue shading. The bottom part of the hoodie design is finished, and now we just got to do the face and the hat with the mask, I believe. So we got a couple more color changes, and then we are done. And once we are done, all we got to do next is trim the cutaway stabilizer off, and then the job is done. So yeah, we'll just get this started. Okay, we are pretty much practically getting to the end of the embroidering. We got all the colors, and then I'm gonna show you guys the next process, which is just basically taking the hoop off, cutting out the cutaway stabilizer, and then what you got is a bunch of jump stitches in here. Oh, hold on, let me get a little closer, show you the jump stitching. So we got jump stitching right here all over the place and on the face. All you're gonna want to do is just pretty much cut those off, and then your shirt is pretty much ready to go. So let me do the last color here. We got one more color, the very last color to do. The very last color, which is the ear part. Now, let me just put this guy back in here. And then, yeah, we're pretty much ready to cut it out and cut out the jump stitches. And then, yeah, we're pretty much done with this shirt. Oh. So I do thread all of those manually because, like I said before, the needles that I have, the holes are too small for me to just punch them in with this little lever here. Okay, we are done. It is finished. See, once you're finished, it's gonna give you that one, which says finish embroidering, and all I gotta do is press OK. And all we do is lift that guy up, take out the hoop, and then I'll show you guys the finished product. Turn this up a little bit. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in with me. All you got to do is cut away the stabilizer. You cut around with your scissors, and then you take off the stabilizer, and then you cut out all these jump stitches here, and then yeah, it'll be done. I'm just gonna skip this process, then I'll show you guys the final product.